Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to Mochiville Remote Remote. See what I did there? Remote. Remote because I'm in the kitchen right now. Pat is working in her office, which is in the other room. So we're in a remote site. How cool is that? And it's exciting because it's the kitchen. And it helps us do some of the work we're going to do today. Did anyone notice a mistake I made yesterday? I can't believe it. I wrote March 23rd, but I put for the year 2016. Unbelievable. Again, who makes the most mistakes every day? Me. So it's actually 2020. You might notice on today's agenda that it looks the same as yesterday, except I made some adjustments at the bottom. Word talk is still adaptations, and today I kind of want to talk about examples and non-examples of adaptations. Fractions in the kitchen, food edition, read aloud, coping, continuing some more read alouds from the book Danny Clay compiled, and writing challenge, write a story, and I put post-its because I want to talk about using post-its and post-its in general. So I'm going to put my agenda here on this glass. You notice we have some friends today. We added 3 more friends. A baseball player whose name happens to be Marcus Simeon, plays for the A's. He's awesome. We have some pens. You might recognize the characters from Winnie the Pooh stories. And as we had yesterday, we have some other devices. Here's our measuring cup. We have measuring spoons, just like yesterday. And then we have these things that just the other day Nina was using. She was making cupcakes with Pat, with me. We were using some of these too. These different spoons can help you in cooking as well. And the thought I'm thinking about is, how do they have anything to do with fractions? So the start today is adaptations, what is and isn't. First of all, does anyone notice I might look a little different than yesterday? Yep, I put a suit on. There might be some other changes you can see as well that will take me a little while to get used to as I look at myself. People, animals, plants, just about all living things adapt, and they have to. And I was thinking about this idea of adaptations and things that we adapt, and I was trying to think what is and is not an adaptation. Because you could say almost any change would be an adaptation. For example, right now, a lot of us, in fact, just about all of us, are and should be adapting to a different way of being, right? We're staying at home. We're not in school today. We should be in school if it was a typical time, but due to supporting ourselves being healthy and supporting the health workers who are working really hard, and all the workers out there working hard to keep us healthy, like the people that are helping clean up our streets and the people that are picking up our trash, the people that are selling our food, we're doing our best to stay inside, and we're adapting at this time. Is it always going to be like this? No. Is it like this right now? Yes. And that's an adaptation we're definitely doing to be healthy. An adaptation is something you do, I would say, one definition I'm using, to help yourself improve in a situation or get through a situation or to succeed in something. You know, what's not an adaptation? I was thinking about socks. If I decide, oh, I'm going to wear these socks that have Ruth Bader Ginsburg on them, and then I go, no, wait, I'm going to wear these socks that have Han Solo and Luke Skywalker on them. Is that an adaptation if I go from one to another? It's a change. Not really. Unless I'm adapting because I'm going to a Star Wars party and I decide that I want to change to help in that particular situation. But if I'm just putting something on that's different for just being different, it really isn't an adaptation, is it? It's just you're being different. It's kind of a tricky word. Tomorrow I'm going to bring out the dictionary definition and definitions of adapt and adaptation, because there's actually quite a few. So that's my adaptation work. Fractions in the Kitchen, Food Edition. I was going to do this anyways, but I was super inspired because Pat left this for me. Do you know what it is? Oh, we call it, the name we give it at the store a lot of times is Cutie. It's kind of like an orange. It's like a tangerine. And, well, I'm going to peel it. I already started peeling it because I saw on cooking shows once it helps if you start before you film. And since I'm doing this all in one video take, can't have any accidents happen, right? So, here's a peeled cutie. And this is also my plug for eating a lot of fruits if you can right now. Eat a lot of healthy foods and fruits. It's going to help you be stronger, and it's going to help your immune system be even stronger. What does this thing have to do you think, with fractions? What can I do with fractions with this? Take a moment and think. Maybe turn and talk at home. How can I use this for fractions? Well, I kind of took it apart into fourths, didn't I? I don't know, though, if they're exactly fourths. I think some might be a little bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them into their individual sections. I love how oranges and tangerines and cuties like this and mandarins come in parts. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's pretty awesome sauce. There are exactly 10 individual slices. So, as a fraction, any thoughts about what we might be working with? What would this be as a whole? If we put it all back together and this is our whole. Our one whole, in this case, would be 10 out of 10. That's our whole. So now I want to think and use my tangerine pieces to break this into a half. And by the way, before I get too deep into this, I wash my hands pretty heavily before doing this lesson. You should do that too. Remember how we wash our hands, what Miss Lisa taught us. Lacing your fingers, your thumbs, going over your hands, doing your wrists with some sudsy, soapy soap, and then rinsing off. And you can try to do this several times a day. So you have 10 pieces. What would be 1/2 of the 10 pieces? Let me see. 1. I think I know the answer. 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? 5 pieces out of 10 would be 1/2. So 5 out of 10. I have 5 out of 10 on my sticky note. And I have 5 out of 10 in this cup, in this container. So 5 out of 10 is on my Post-it. 5 out of 10 is in the cup. And 5 plus 5 equals 10 out of 10. That gets us to our 1 whole. Well, what if I only had 2 on the Post-it? Now I have 2 tenths on my Post-it. How many do I have in here? Yep, you got it. 8 out of 10. And that equals our 1 whole, which is 10 out of 10. Pretty nifty, right? I think so. Now, I don't think it'd be fair if I didn't have a couple. Oh, they're so good. How could we use these for fractions tomorrow, or these, or this? How could you use this for a fraction? I am running short of time, so I'm once again going to have to kind of go quickly on the next part. Danny Clay's coping. And let me do a read through. And I'm going to do this in my best TV narrator voice. Ready for it? Watch some TV with a cup of noodle. Nina loves cup of noodles. Or, if you want to, you can just fall asleep for like 2 hours and then wake up and watch a movie later. Do a thing that you love to do. Watch The Office. It's a TV show, I think. Look at memes. Drink coffee. Read literally anything. I've been doing a lot of that. I've read everything, especially about baseball lately. Interact with others. You can do a lot of that socially on your FaceTime or any other things that you can do, or with your family sheltered at home. Look at pictures of food, pastel colors, puppies, bunnies, baby chicks, friends. Look at satisfying kinetic sand videos. Remind me to bring some pictures of animals tomorrow. Nina has a dog calendar that's adorbs. Pineapples. This one just says pineapples. Must be self-explanatory. Smash a submarine sandwich. I think that means eat it. Throw darts. Dance to your favorite song. With a hammer. Maybe that's together, I don't know. Put on your favorite pants. I'm wearing some of my favorite pants now. They happen to be pajamas. Do some origami or a creative craft. Help someone with something they need. It's great. Play with a dog for 5 minutes. How could you do it only for 5? Stop. Take a mental break. So good right now. Have any of you tried that lately? I have. Nothing that requires extensive thought. Maybe a mental task of some kind. Care for your body. Good work there. Oh, we've got less than a minute. Okay, I want to talk about story writing and post-iting. So let me talk about that now. I've decided to make a story about a boy who's having to stay at home. I'm going to use these yellow Post-its for the beginning of my story. I'm going to use these pink or orange, like pinkish ones for the middle, and these green for the end. I think the story is going to be called The Stay Home Boy. That's my working title. I like using Post-its because I can move them around. So I got my Stay Home Boy, and here he is. Remember, these are like for your organizer. They don't have to be the best. And maybe in the first frame, voila, there he is reading a book. that's all the time we have for Mochiville Remote. It's Mr. Rosenberg again. Love you all dearly. Be safe, be well, and, of course, be loved. See you soon.